What is up, you guys? Welcome back to your channel. Schedule's gonna be hectic because I'm back in school. You guys are watching videos from a grad student. Not playing. Anyways, onto this war video. You are facing AGT-W or America's Got Talent. So we're bringing in Quake, Magic, and Morningstar. Morningstar really is only there for the synergy that she gives Magic. I was kind of unsure of who to take because, as you can see, this is going to be my lane. It's going to be lane 3, and then we're going to switch off and go to lane 7. So this Carnage had a lot more health than I thought it was going to have. 127k, it's a rank 3. Carnage isn't really a tough defender, but I'm thinking if we use a Morningstar, I think we will probably do a lot of damage. Discretion armor, which really isn't much of a node, and the armor up, not really much of a node either. So we know he's going to have a ton of those, or a couple or a handful of those physical resistance buffs. And when they buffed him, they made him a little bit more susceptible to the Mystic class by changing his buffs into active ones instead of the passive ones, which can't get they can't get nullified. So now they can get nullified. So we're just gonna try to get to our SP3 to get a soul. Now I'm really not gonna be using Morningstar for any like actual serious fights. So yeah, this fight is just like, we're just gonna use Morningstar because we can, and because it might just save us a little bit of health for the next fight. Okay, so he has 2 physical resistance now. He's gonna come up to 3, and yeah, so he's gonna build those up, and I'm gonna try to get to an SP2. And the thing is that he's actually throwing his specials quite frequently, so that's actually helping me out a lot with spacing. So he's down just below 50%. Gonna go in for a combo into SP2, and it just kind of kills him. So that was actually a pretty good feeling because yeah, he just went down so fast after that. After we got our 2 souls, and that SP2 did like 50-60k or something. It's pretty nuts. Alright, next fight is Magic. I'm actually going to take this node. It's Power Focus 1, so because I'm playing Quake, it's not really a node. We got Strike Counter as well. We're running half Suicides, so it's going to benefit us because of our team. Alright, so I don't think I boosted for this fight. Yeah, I just thought this fight was going to be just too easy for Quake. And as you can see, first Aftershock is up and already 1/3 of her health. However, I did mess up in this fight, and actually caught me really off guard. So as you can see, I have 1 dex buff. I accidentally let go of heavy. Sometimes what ends up happening and what causes me to die is that I anticipate the AI coming in for a medium and let go of the heavy prematurely, allowing them to hit me. And I was actually really scared because I was thinking if she hits me with a full 5-hit combo and that actually gets her to an SP1, that's gonna be pretty bad. Luckily she didn't, so yeah, we're looking good. Alright, next fight, we're up to this ManThing. I don't remember if I boosted for this fight, but I did heal up to full. I know I have a lot of those L3 potions in Overflow, so I probably have like 23 or 24 of them, and I don't actually use them that often. I use more of those L4. So yeah, those L3 is always in Overflow. Okay, so it's Backup Recovery and Power Snack are the 2 big ones. So what I ended up doing was taking off Dex, and I actually tested this in duels, and yeah, without Dex you're completely fine as long as the animation or whatever, the attack is not a projectile. So against like maybe like Domino, it's probably not safe, but against ManThing, who's all his basic hits, his heavy, are all melee, so you can actually Quake without Dex in the corner and you're completely fine. I actually demonstrate a test that I did to see if Stubborn is connected to the Dexterity Mastery or just to the Dexterity, or I mean the Evade mechanic. Okay, so yeah, so far this ManThing is getting I want to say slapped, but we haven't touched him. But yeah, he's coming down below 50, and then he's gonna have his backup recovery. Look, we have the 2 debuffs, or actually 3. So it did decrease his regen quite a bit, because normally it is 25% of their max health. So he should have gone to 78%, but he only got to 65%. So yeah, our Despair put in work there, because these fights can be long with that backup recovery. Okay, so far we're doing good. We actually are getting up to an SP1 just from block damage, which is pretty insane. He went unstoppable there, so which means he went for a heavy attack. And with heavy attacks, if you're playing Quake, you really want to learn to evade it with your own heavy attack. It's something that any Quake player should learn to do, because it's just safer for the most part. Alright, down to 10%, and so here's the test where I go and Dex or evade just by dashing back, and it did trigger Stubborn. And as you can see, obviously I don't have the Mastery, so it can't be the Dexterity buff. So yeah, this fight went down pretty easily, going from the SP1. Came out of that fight with 85% health, which is pretty solid. And then I moved up to this core so that Wes could take this. And yeah, this is a beefy boy. 276k health, man. Oh, ridiculous. Alright, and so we're going to be taking these next 2 fights on lane 7. It's a Mysterio. Mysterio actually pops up here pretty friggin' often. And seeing Bishop there is actually a first. I can see why they would put him there, because of the its aspect evolution and kinetic transference. But yeah, we're gonna boost up a little bit. We have the 20%. We're gonna use a 150% Mystic as well. This yeah, so we brought Magic in for these 2 fights, and a Power Start 1 as well. Should be fine, just boost it like this, and yeah, so we are also running 3 points in Petrify on the defense tree, and we're just trying to basically parry and 3-hit combo our way to our SP2 before he can even get a chance to special attack. The recoil with Limbo is actually going to end up healing us a little bit too, and after our SP2s, I just don't really want to chance it. I'm just going to back up and go for a parry. For the most part, we're probably going to have Limbo whenever we SP2 or like get over a power bar. So yeah, pretty safe fights. And he's got Spite, but it really doesn't matter. And just got to get on to one more special. And yeah, we'll just end up killing him. Alright, on to our next fight. We have Bishop. Now this doesn't have... so the last fight had... what was it? The something from afar? Powerful from afar. And Spite. So it basically, if I'm trying to get away from him, he's going to be gaining power. But because we power locked him, we're fine. But this is Aspect of Evolution. And also Aspect Evolution and Kinetic. So we're going to try to get to the SP1 as fast as possible. We had the Power Star at 1, so that really helped. Probably the way you want to do it always. Okay. So far we're looking good. Bishop is also building up those prowess. That SP2 did 25k, which is nice. Even though, so in the 25k isn't that insane of damage, but for Magic, who's just throwing specials like crazy, it really is. And then he's also degenning to death as well because he had over 30 stacks. Alright, and that's it to my lane. However, we do end up taking a Weapon X on the Regen Mini on the right hand side. Now, last war we died to this guy. Essentially what ended up happening was the timing for the aftershock or for the concussion just did not time well with the the node that stuns you if you don't throw a special attack. I always forget the name nodes. So we end up turning on full suicides. Here we're hoping we don't mess up. But yeah, the last war, we just there was really nothing I could do. The stun was ridiculously long. He got 3 combos on me and eventually just died because some of those hits crit, and yeah, I was just so low health. Just nothing I could do. It's really unfortunate. So yeah, we still have the 20% champion boost. We put on the 15% attack boost, and then we also put on an invulnerability in case I get tagged. But yeah, so very start of the fight, we're just gonna be heavying. I noticed that the damage isn't as high I was hoping it was gonna be on the quaking. It's 510. I was hoping it was gonna be like 600 or 700. He goes unblockable, and now we're playing a very dangerous game where we cannot get hit because he's gonna be unblockable for the next 3 minutes, and I can only quake and dex, which is so stressful, man. If any of you guys have played Quake and you can't get even tagged on block, man, you know how stressful it is. You know your balls are going up into your stomach the whole time. You're like, huh? Like every second you think you might get hit. So we're doing good so far. We got him down to just under 60%. But yeah, we're a minute and some in, and the first minute is actually the quickest because we can actually parry initially, and that's where our biggest aftershock numbers are gonna be. But towards the middle of the fight, towards the end as well, the most we're gonna get is probably around 10 aftershock stacks, and then yeah, it's gonna be a lot less damage compared to getting 15 to 17 or 18 stacks of aftershock. So we're gonna be seeing like 15k. We're gonna be healing him quite a bit too through willpower. So that was another thing, is the amount of regen that he got from willpower was actually a lot. And yeah, as you can see, he's just healing for 156 all the time. So it is kind of countering my quaking. So I think, man, maybe if I had put on 3 points in despair, the healing wouldn't be so much, and the fight would have been over a lot sooner. But I end up messing up right here. 5-hit combo. All 5 hits bleed. I get bled down to below 18%. So I am in assassin's range, and I'm like, I'm dead. He tags me, and that was it. I go back into the fight. I'm like, this is unbelievable, dude. Freaking unbelievable. He had 4k health. 4k health. Which is health that he regens from willpower as well. So I was pretty upset because I was like, damn, dude, like, how am I so bad? Like, he only had 2% health. If I had somehow survived for another 3 seconds, the aftershock would have killed him as well. And yeah, I couldn't do it. Going with orange start, excuse me. Kill him in a 5-hit combo. It was that easy. And yeah, I couldn't pull through. So sucks I couldn't adapt fast enough. I was thinking of evading and then doing a light attack into a full 5-hit combo, but yeah, I just messed up. So anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the war video. This is my 3rd death of the season. And yeah, catch you guys in the next one. Take care.